Good morning. Alrighty, so if you have a bit of wall space, I was just saying, I'm going to get you to do a bit of stretching through your calves before we start. So hands on wall, 1 foot in front, 1 foot back, on your toes, and then slowly press the heel down towards the ground. Keep your hands at shoulder height, press into the wall and start to feel that lift through your core. So as you exhale and push your foot down, draw your pubic bone upwards, scoop through that lower belly. Good. And then take that back foot back a little bit further onto your toes. Lift your heart center upwards. Take a nice deep full breath in, as if your heart is sliding up towards the ceiling. Maybe even take your hand off the wall. Really lengthen from toes to fingertips. Good. Take both feet underneath your pelvis to come into a tabletop position. I'm going to get you to imagine again, you've got half an orange underneath the arch of your feet. So push your feet into the orange. I want you to squash the orange, roll your shoulders away from your ears, and then just try and pull your tail backwards. Imagine somebody's got your tail. They are drawing it back. So this is the feeling of downward facing dog, lengthening out the spine. Roll your shoulders away from your ears so your armpits face the ground. Take a nice deep breath in and then just sigh out. As long as you can with the sigh out. Breathe in again. This time stick your tongue out as you breathe out, like lion breath. Like that. Bend the knees, other foot in front. We're going to the calf muscle on this leg. So pressing down with the heel, hands can be into the wall again. Push the wall away. You can do this with the back of a sofa or, well, actually, a wall's better. A little bit of wall space is better. Press the heel down, push the wall away, zip up again. So exhales to zip up through core, shoulders right away from ears. Oh, I need this today. Right, onto your toes, bend the front knee towards the wall. Imagine the string from the heart center is lifting up towards the ceiling. Maybe even take that left hand off the wall as well. Fabulous. That's the way. And then just slide your weight back again. Let's do a little open up into these pectoral muscles. So open up by just hand on wall, bend the elbow, gently turning your body. Take a nice deep breath in. So we're using the lung capacity to get into these muscle fibers in these pectoral muscles. Breathe in deeply. Sigh the breath out. And again, as you breathe in deeply, a gentle turn with your head. Very good. Do that on the other side. So elbow bent, foot in front, and then just a gentle turn. Hello, hello, morning, morning. Breathing here. Very good. Excellent. Let's just get those shoulders mobilized. So one hand up behind you, one hand up behind you. Look at your hand, lubricating into those big rotating muscles around the shoulder joint, which is not that big. So nice big circles. Other arm, big circles. You can just kind of hold on to the joint at the front there so that you can feel this movement. Wonderful. And then we're going to be doing this. Big breath in, exhaling out. Pushing the floor away with our feet. Push that orange into the ground. Inhaling, exhaling. So keep doing that. I'm going to turn this way on my mat. We're going to use the length of the mat here. So big breath in and out. Big breath in and out. Pull the breath up underneath your armpits. Start to get that lovely energy, the prana, the life force, moving through the body. Now this time up and down, hands above the knees, and then push yourself into the tabletop that we're just doing. Lengthen the crown of the head forward, tail back, draw the base of your rib cage in towards your spine. So you're not kind of flopping in the middle. You are rod-like through your core, and then push down, squeeze the orange, push down, squeeze all the juice out of the orange, and then let yourself fall forward. Give your head a shake. Shake your jaw. Inhale back into tabletop. Squash the orange. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Hands on hips, elbows back towards the ceiling. Keep breathing here. Long inhale. As you exhale, draw the base of your ribcage in. One more breath in. Folding down, bend the knees, hands framing those front feet. Well, you only got one of the feet, so framing your feet. Take your left foot back, and then drop the knee to the ground and have a swirl. We do love a swirl, don't we? So have a swirl with your hips. Mobilize your hips around. If you've got a handy brick nearby or a sofa nearby, you can put your hands on that. So if the floor is feeling a bit far away, use a prop. Alrighty, keep your back toes tucked under. And obviously, if you've got feet issues, if you've got ankle issues, be mindful, just do what you can do. Slowly come forward, maybe both hands coming up towards the ceiling, maybe just one hand towards the ceiling, stretching the back of the foot, going into the quads, so the front of your thighs. Big breath in here. Good. Plant your hands down on either side of that front foot, stretch your fingertips out, and then slowly draw your tail back, downward facing dog. So same sensation as when we're in that tabletop. Roll your shoulders away from your ears so your armpits face the ground. Press one heel down and then the other heel down. Spread your toes out. Massage over the balls of your feet. Drop the knees across the midline of the body. So basically have a bit of a dance with your legs. Let your hips get a bit of action. Get them warmed up. Mobilize. Give your head a shake. Roll those shoulders away from your ears. And then come right up onto your tippy toes. Lift your sitting bones. Spread them. And then drop to your knees. Same thing on the other side. So tucking back toes under. And then slowly coming forward. That's the way. And then come into your lunge. Maybe just one hand. See what feels good. Lift the ribcage away from the pelvis. And then let the shoulder drop away from the ears. Good. Dropping down. Give your hips a little bit of a rotation here. Love a bit of rotation. Mobilize around. Nice one. You're going to drag that back foot up to meet the other foot. Come into Malasana. I'll turn around so you can see me. So into this kind of squat, low, down here. Sitting bones are behind you. Now see if you can press your knees wide. So either with the forearms or maybe elbows and hands together. So we're just pausing here. Head is pretty much at heart height. And you're drawing your elbows out. So you want to be squashing those oranges underneath the arches of your feet. Keep pushing down. We want to use our feet. Now look up. We're going to go up. So we're going to push into those oranges on an exhale, coming up, rocketing up. Slow to start off. Down again. And then push those oranges into the ground as you come up. So squeeze, squeeze your orange, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze the oranges, squeeze, squeeze. That used to be the banana song, but now it can be our orange song. So exhaling, rocketing up. You're pressing those oranges into the ground. We love a bit of a visual. 3 more. And rock it. And rock it again. Fabulous. Give yourself a little bit of a well done circling of the pelvis. How many of you guys are starting to do your tea break twist and twirl, where you put the tea kettle on and then you stand there and you twirl your hips? I know some of you are, and I know some of your husbands think it's really quite special. So take your hips in the other direction. You can put a comment in the Facebook group and tell me how you go with this one. Nice big circles. If you're feeling perky this morning, arms out to the sides. I'm not, but it's amazing how when you smile, everything else just kind of follows suit. So thumbs up. Now little circles backwards. If you can circle your arms and your pelvis at the same time, then you're mighty clever. It's quite hard. All right, drop your hands down. Oops, drop your hands down. Knees on top of ankles here. Deep breath in. And exhaling out. Deep breath in. And exhaling down. Stay in, goddess. Arm up and over, lateral stretch. Spine loves a lateral stretch. Down again, up and over. Now we want to breathe right here, underneath the armpit and into the lower back lobes of your lungs if you can. And then stretch all the way to the toes, whole body. Oh, good. Other way. Whole body stretch. Fantastic. Now we're going to do that a little bit faster. I want you to imagine you're grabbing something, pulling it down. Grabbing an orange, that's it, and then pulling it down. You're grabbing an orange to the tree there, pulling it down, grabbing another one, pulling it down, filling your basket. Do it on an exhale. Exhale. Ha. Breathe out. Ha. Ha. Like you're doing karate. Ha. Good. Breathe in through the back of your nostrils, and then pull your elbows down, quite forcefully, pulling down those oranges. Ha. Good. Ha. And ha. And ha. 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 Pause down here. Same kind of action. Fist like so. We're going to punch across the midline of the body. Ha. 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 So you're giving out the oranges now. Have one. Have one. Have one. Have one. And then a bit faster. Ha. 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 As you go ha, bring your tummy button to your spine. Ha. 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 Hands up. Ha. 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 Back. Pause. Deep breath in. And out. Very good. Give your feet a little inch towards each other. Give your legs a little release with the Elvis twist. One direction. And then the other. Nice one. Triangle pose. Feet about 1 meter apart. Turn both feet one direction. So I'm going to my right, might be your left. Back toes in about 45 degrees, front toes straight ahead. Legs stay straight. Back hip rolls forward like a train wheel. Stretch out with that front arm. Pause as soon as you have to. Drop the hand wherever it lands. Stack the top shoulder on top of the bottom shoulder. Deep stretch into these inner thighs here. They run right into the pelvic floor. Look up towards the ceiling. Full deep breath. See if you can draw this top hand back a little bit and draw this bottom shoulder in a little bit at a thoracic twist. Now take this hand, take it all the way overhead, looking straight ahead again. Shoulder away from here, so don't squeeze it here, shoulder down. Push into the little toe edge of your back foot. You want to lengthen right up through the hip. That's the way. Now take the hand all the way down, drop your head. We're breathing into the neck here. Maybe look down for a moment, look back up again. Look down, look back up. Lovely. Bend into that front knee. We'll slowly come up. We'll do a little bit of an archer. You might need to inch those back toes back, front toes forward. Breathe in deeply. It's going to be a good day. And then folding into Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Push right down through your heel. We want to squash that orange underneath that foot here. Nice, full, deep, vibrant breath. Looking down at your foot. Push the floor away. Come up. Triangle on the other side. So just take your feet a little bit closer together. Back hip rolling forward. Check your feet. We want to have the heel of the front foot intersecting the arch of the back foot. Front hand polishes the table. Hand down. Shoulder stacking on top of bottom shoulder. Hand up. Fingers vibrant. The fingers love to be involved, so let them be involved. Good. And then maybe taking the hand above your head. Press down through the little toe edge of your back foot. That's the way. And then just dropping the head, stretching into the neck. Breathe deeply. We're going to send the breath right here. And maybe just mobilize. Bend into that front knee. Slide yourself into archer. Forgot about archer. Come into archer pose. That's it. Forearm on thigh, back arm up and over. Parsvakonasana. It's a nice word to say. That's it. Alrighty, let's come down. So take yourself onto hands and knees. Drop your bottom back towards your heels. Stretch your fingertips out in front of you. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Stretching all the way down your back. Full deep breaths into the back of your lungs. So imagine you have wings, and as you breathe in, the wings expand, and as you exhale, the wings come back. Good. Very nice. Coming up onto hands and knees, cat and cow. Lift your tail and then tuck your tail. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to tuck. That's the way. So we want to make this like a little ripple effect from the tail right through the spine. Lifting and then tucking. Now swirling, because we do love a bit of a showy-offy situation with our tail. So swirl your tail behind you, one direction, and then the other. And yes, if your shoulders want to join in, then let them. They always want to, so just let them. There we go. Now let's do the fish swish. So knees together, feet off the ground, swish your feet to one side, check they're still there, swish to the other side. So it's like you've got a fish tail. Swish, 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 swish. And then hands a little bit further out in front of you and swirl your whole pelvis. If you had a pencil sticking out of your tummy button, which I know you don't, but just imagine, then you'd be drawing big circles on your mat, big circles. You can do this as slowly as you like. And if you're feeling a little bit grippy in one hip, pause where the grippiness is. Pause for a moment, hang there, and then proceed. I'm going to swirl in the other direction now. So swirl the hips, swirl the hips, swirl the hips. Beautiful. Now, drop back. We're going to do a little bit of core switching on and weight bearing through the arms. So arms out in front of you. Just tuck in so you can see what I'm doing here. On an exhale, blow out through your mouth. On an exhale, arms straight. You come forward. You pause, shoulders over fingers here. Pause here, zipping up. Drop back again, inhale, everything relaxes. Exhale, coming forward, zipping, and then back. Now, if you have been doing this for a while, add the tricep dip. If this is newish to you, pause, just get your arms used to the weight bearing, used to that exhale to zip up, down. So otherwise we're going exhale forward. If you're used to it, you drop down on an inhale, you press away on an exhale, you come back on the inhale. Exhaling forward, inhale to dip, exhaling, drop back. When you dip though, if you are a dipper, no elbows out to the side. We don't want chicken arms. We want cricket's arms. Crickets have their arms, they're not called arms, well, I don't know what crickets have. They're wing things close to their body. Exhaling up. Beautiful. Next time you come down, we're going to go all the way down to the ground, like so. Keep your cricket elbows in, tops of the feet on the ground. Now breathe in deeply, vibrant breath. Lift the chest as you breathe in. Exhale down. We want to switch on the extensor muscles of our back, help with our posture, and down. Inhale and exhale. Roll those shoulders back. Take your fingers towards your toes. Tuck your chin. Feet and toes off the ground if you can. Inhale up. Crown and head rocketing forward. Fingers and toes rocketing back. Squeeze the back line of the body. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Exhale. Give your hips a little rock, rock, rock from side to side, like so. One hand underneath the forehead. Roll the other shoulder back. Crikey, that 20 minutes has gone fast. Quick thigh stretch. Press your pubic bone down towards the ground. Use your Brahmaharya breath. So I'm going to get you to buzzy bee breath out. Breathing in and then going. Good. Short stretch this time, just because of time. Roll the shoulder back. Grab the other ankle. Breathing in. Buzzy bee breath out. This is as you're pressing your pubic bone down towards the ground, opening up the front of your thighs and your pelvis. Very good. Lovely. Rolling onto your backs. So if you are a 20-minuter, you need to leave. Just finish with a spinal twist. And then I'm going to stay for a bit more of a deep stretch and then a little bit of guided meditation today. So if you're finishing soon, just give your back a lovely little twist here. So knees over to one side, looking over the other shoulder. As you breathe in, set, and then as you exhale, tummy button to spine. So squeeze into your intestines, help with your digestion. Breathe in deeply, soften. Exhale, squeeze tummy button towards your spine. Good. Split your knees as you come up and over to the other side. Breathing in And then squeezing, tummy button to spine, squeezing, breathing in. That's it. Very good. Come back. Can't let you go without a baby pose. So just grab your feet or your ankles, stretch your knees down towards your armpits, rock over your spine. Imagine you're pulling on one parachute string and then the other. Massaging here. Very good. All right, so those of you who need to go, knees in, rock and roll up, and give yourself a namaste. You can stay a little bit longer. I'm going to get you to stretch out. Knee into chest, stretch out with your fingers and toes, and then move your fingers and toes over to one side of your mat. So you're lengthening the whole side of your body. You're breathing right here, underneath the armpit, getting right into the hips. Very good. Swap sides, stretch. Whee. And then right over. That's it. Right over to the side. Nice one. Oh, come back and then take your knees apart, grab hold of your ankles and just gently press your forearms into the inner thighs as you massage your ankles around. One direction. And then the other direction. Beautiful. And we're massaging around the sacrum. So knees together, one way. And then the other way. Okay, so tucking yourself into a little ball here. Rock and roll up your spine. So this is a central nervous system reboot. If it doesn't suit your spine, so some people have more bony spines and it really hurts. So if that's you, just roll over to one side and then slowly come up. Fantastic. I'm going to get you to take one ankle in front of the other ankle like so. You can always prop your feet if your feet are feeling a bit stiff this morning. So knees are up. I'm going to come forward slightly, winding from the hips here so that we can get a stretch right into those hips. So slowly come forward, drop the head. You pause when you feel that big stretch. So that for you is just here. That's absolutely perfect. So you come forward. I use the weight of my head to draw me a little bit deeper into the stretch, but go to where it feels like, oh yeah. The big rotator muscles around the hip joints can take decent stretching. And then imagine you've got a string from your heart center, pull upwards from the heart center, swap to the other side, draw yourself down. Very good. Let those hips get a nice stretch. And then scooping up from the heart center, take your feet out wide. I seem to have floated to the end of my mat. Feet out wide, massage the ankles like so, and then grabbing hold of your hands so they're interlaced. We're doing a big scoop around, stirring the porridge bowl. So porridge, if you can, make yourself a fabulous breakfast that incorporates berries. So frozen berries, absolutely fantastic. So low GI, something like porridge, and cooked makes a massive difference. And the other direction now, add seeds. So we want to be eating lots of seeds, your sunflower seeds, your sesame seeds, your pumpkin seeds. Tahini is a fantastic addition. It's got lots of vitamins and minerals in tahini. And just cook everything up and make sure that you have a good breakfast. I always add a little bit of coconut oil as well for good fats. Make sure you have a good breakfast, set yourself up. Lots of hot water for hydration. Take one arm up towards the ceiling, just a little lateral stretch. Drop over to the side, breathe in deeply. And then as you exhale, come up and over to the other side. Breathe again deeply. And then back. Come and sit comfortably for a moment. So you might need to prop yourself on a pillow or straddle a bolster. See if you can find a position where you can sit comfortably. And then I'm going to get you to close your eyes for a moment. Drop the head down. Circle the head. Feel as if you have a big, heavy cannonball or a bowling ball, and you're just kind of slowly moving it in one direction and then the other. And then consciously place your head bang on top of your neck. So find that sweet spot where there's no holding. Roll one shoulder up, slide it down your back. Other shoulder up, slide it down your back. So open chest. And you want to feel as if you had a very heavy golden crown on your head, the weight of it is dropping straight down through your skeleton. And just pause and see if you can notice a softness to the little muscles around your eyes and a real softness to your jaw. And feel that softness now just flowing down your body. And then starting from the floor, around your sitting bones, allow your awareness to slowly float upwards, right up through your core, right up through your back, all the way up through the crown of your head. And as your awareness floats slowly upwards, see if you can feel yourself expanding and lifting up away from the waist. And then as you exhale, just relax your shoulders down and just feel again into that wonderful balance of your head perfectly on top of your spine. And now effortlessly move the crown of your head straight upwards as far as it will go. So feel that string from the crown of your head lifting you up. And then feel your spine and your whole body reconfiguring to this upward thought. And now let it feel as if the top of your head is opening and merging with the sky above, as if you're literally taking the lid off. And then starting with the openness of the crown of your head, just allowing your awareness to slowly filter back down through your head, down through your neck and your shoulders. And as your awareness floats downwards, just feel yourself relaxing inside. Feel yourself letting go of every sense of holding, every subtle tension, every tightness. Is washing your body clean with your gentle awareness. And as you deeply relax, notice that your body expands. Notice that it feels as though you are becoming less dense, less compacted, less solid. So that you literally experience more space in your body, more air and more comfort. So that you start to feel wide open, like a conscious sky. Like you're beginning to suspect that what you really are is unlimited awareness, spirit. That even this physical body is ultimately only energy. Just feeling into the trillions and trillions of cells, that condensed energy that makes up your physicality. Feel the ripples of your breath moving through the body. This is your prana, your life force. That tingly sensation just underneath the skin surface. Mentally saying to this body of yours, thank you. Thank you for your service, thank you. And then taking the fingertips out to the side, just stretch into those fingers. Turn the palms to face the ceiling and imagine that your palms are filling with fresh energy. You might want to give this energy a light. And then slowly opening your eyes as you breathe in, take the hands up above your head. Lift your eyes up towards the ceiling, stretching everything up, and then exhale, let it all go. Again, a deep breath in. Hold it up the breath for a moment and then let it go. And last one. Deep, full, vibrant breath in. Hold it, then let it all go. And just give yourself a moment to thank yourself for coming and practicing. Have a marvelous day. Thank you. Namaste.